with MLM superhero Darren Little. And I just want to say superhero around everything. But we just wanted to have a quick hangout, really brief on just motivation and changing the mindset. As we all know, is really simply put, you are what you think, and you are. It is simply put just like that. You are exactly what you think, and who better to explain that to us and how serious that is other than Darren Little. So, Darren, I'm going to let you take it away from here.
Okay. Okay, guys. Well, first of all, thanks a lot for joining us on this exclusive and private VIP hangout. What I will tell you guys about being an entrepreneur is that this is something that I learned over the course of my career, is that you can speak your reality into existence. Okay, I'm going to repeat that again. You can speak your reality into existence. So you have to ask yourself, what do you believe to be true about your business? What do you believe to be true about the response that you're going to get from your prospects? I believe everybody that I talk to is going to join my business. That's why I recruited 263 people. So, you know, it's all about what you believe to be true. Now, guys, I will tell you that I work a lot of my business, the foundation of my business, on laboratory research, right? And a lot of it stems from the wave particle theory, when these scientists believed that what's smaller than the atoms and the molecules is the electrons. Well, guess what? The scientists believed that the electrons were made up of waves of energy. Guess what happened in the laboratory? 100% of the research came back 100% conclusive. It wasn't skewed, guys. It wasn't skewed, right? So it wasn't 92-8-8. It wasn't 50-50. It wasn't 60-40. It wasn't 70-30. 100% conclusive evidence that the universe is made up of waves. There's another group of scientists, though, and they believed that the electrons were made up of particles of matter. Guess what happened in the laboratory? 100% conclusive evidence. The electrons are made up of particles of matter. So when I found this out, guys, when I found this stuff out, you know what I believed? I believed at 30 years old that I was going to be a millionaire by the time I hit 35. I believed it with every single cell of my being. Every breath that I took, every thought that I thought, every movement that I made, I believed this to be true. I will be a millionaire by the time I hit 35 years old. Guess what ironically happened? I became a millionaire at 35 years old. Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? That's how it works. So you've got to understand, you've got to look at what's going on in here first. What's going on in your self-talk? What's going on with your words, and what's going on with your emotions? Thought, directed emotion that generates feeling. That's how it's done. So if you believe that this is going to be really hard, it's hard. If you believe that everybody's got no money, they got no money. Every person that you come up against will have no money. Why? Because you've got blockers. It's not them, it's you. It's you that has the issue, not everybody out here. It's everything going on in here. So what if you knew that the average business opportunity right now that's in existence, including companies like World Ventures and these skincare companies, what if I told you that the average is actually $500? That's the average entry. Companies like Secret, as an example, that sell skincare products. There's people selling packages that are $1,450, right? One of my reps, Gregory Hinton, he sold 22, 23 of those. So what's different? What's different about him selling a $1,400, $50 package versus you that's having a problem with $399, right? So what's the difference between people that are out there selling Empower Network for $7,000 for people going all in, but you're thinking about, oh, $399. Oh, nobody can afford it. Oh, everybody's broke. So you've got to look at what's going on in your thoughts, your words, your emotions on what you are projecting out into your reality. Because the people are just reflectors. Human beings are reflectors so that you can realize what's going on in here. So if you always come up against people, I got no time, that's your issue. That's what's going on in here. If you always come up against people that say, I got no money, you got money issues. That's going on in here, right? If you got people that have always saying, oh, this is a pyramid scheme, you don't even believe that this is a legitimate business model. Why don't I get that? Why don't I ever get that? Why doesn't anybody ever ask me if this is a pyramid? Why is that? Because I don't have it going on in here. So I don't get those reflectors. Why don't I ever have anybody that says that they can't afford it? Why doesn't it happen for me? Why don't I have the situation where people say that they don't have any time or they don't have any contacts? So what I did when I rolled up my business, guys, is I believed that I was going to make $10,000 within 30 days. I believed that to be true. I believed that I was going to be on the track to make 6 figures a year after 30 days. 30 days. That's what I believed to be true. Guess what magically happened? Oh my God, I made $12,400 in 40 days. I've been in for a year, I've made $140,000. So I exceeded what my objective was to make $100,000 in the year by almost 50%, right? Think about that. So I set out a goal that I want to make 10 grand in 30 days and I wanted to make $100,000 residual income. Oh my God, what happened? I cleared that by 1.5 times. So, but why did it happen like that? I'll tell you why it happened. Because I know a couple of things about business. One is something called breaking inertia, right? Breaking inertia when you're rolling out a company, when you're doing a launch, when you're launching a dinner party, when you're having a restaurant event, when you're doing a grand opening. They're all the same, guys. Let me tell you what the numbers are. If you want to have 30 people show up to a dinner party, you have to have 60 people confirmed. To have 60 people confirmed, you're probably going to have to invite 300, okay, to get down to the 60 people that say they're going to show, and now you're going to have 30 people actually show. That's just the numbers. Doesn't matter if you're doing a dinner party, if you're doing a restaurant grand opening, if you're launching a nightclub, that's what the numbers are. Now, you can do a couple of things. You can either say, I'm going to make all those calls myself. I'm going to take a year to make those calls. I'm going to take 6 months to make those calls. I'm going to take 3 months to make those calls. I'm going to take a month to make those calls, or I'm going to go ridiculous massive action and I'm going to do it all in 3 or 4 days. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. You can take however long you want. I can tell you this, that I have a minimum of 25 connections in any given day. Minimum. On a good day, like on Tuesday, guys, I had over 70 connections in one day. Now, if you're dealing with those type of numbers, of course you're going to make money. But when I say to somebody, tell me what's going on in your business. Well, I talked to this one guy. Okay, you're broke. Okay, forget about it. It's never going to happen for you. So you've got to make a decision. Are you in this to win it? Are you in this to be a 6-figure income earner? Because I can tell you this, as a CEO of a company, if I had one of my staff say that was in charge of an international expansion for a company, well, I talked to this one guy. Okay, you're fired. You're out of here. Okay, bottom line. Bottom line, guys. So you got to start to treat this like a real business. Would you hire you? Would you hire you for an international rollout as a CEO of a major corporation? You got to ask yourself that question every day that you get up. If everybody did what you did today, how successful would they be? Because I can tell you that if everybody did what I did today, they'd be multiple 6-figure income earners, 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, 100%. Now, I want you to keep in mind, what we did in the first stage was what I call test marketing, because I wanted to squash every single excuse. I did no paid marketing, no banner ads, no traffic, no solo ads, no any type of anything other than simple casual conversations. And the only people that I talked to were people that hit the like button on my Facebook post. How about that? Okay, so the whole contact things is blown out the door. The whole thing about I don't have enough money for a marketing campaign, there's that gone, right? The whole thing about I don't have any time, well, I just did it in 2-3 hours a day. Does anybody have 2-3 hours a day? If they want to make it, they certainly do. If you get home from work at 6 o'clock, I can tell you this, a lot of days when I'm working as an entrepreneur, I'm up at 5 a.m. and I work until midnight. How about that? So if you're at home at 6 or 7, heck, you've got 5 hours in my books, right? That's really what I do, guys. So people say, Darren, how the heck can you do all of that stuff? How could you have 3 coaching calls, be on a 2-hour launch event, and still have over 70 connections? It's real simple. Hey, Tom, how's it going? How's the day going so far? There's 1. Hey, Bob, how's it going? How's the day going so far? There's 2, right? How long did that take? Seconds. So it's not about whether or not it can be done. It's whether or not you want to do the work. It's whether or not you believe that everybody that you talk to is going to want to join your business. So here's what I believe to be true, guys. So when I'm doing my coaching calls, I have something called a self-talk proclamation statement, okay? This is about me speaking my reality into existence. Now, this is what I believe, okay? I believe that leaders come to me easily and effortlessly. Now, what if you believe that? I believe that every time I wake up, my Facebook inbox is filled with people that want to join my business. What if you believe that? I believe that I'm amazed at how effortless it is to make money. Listen to the words. I am amazed at how effortless it is to make money. What if you believe that? I believe that there's going to be like literally avalanches of abundance that are flowing into my life. What if you believe that? I believe that my phone's ringing off the hook with leaders from all 4 corners of the world that want to join me on this exciting venture. Well, what if you believe that? I believe that I'm making more money in Xplocial in a shorter period of time than I've ever made in any company my entire life. What if you believe that? So it's all about what you believe to be true. If you believe everybody that you talk to says $399's, you know, the most amount of money, oh, are you serious? It's $399. Oh my God, that's gonna totally bankrupt us, right? If you believe that to be true, guys, that's what you're going to get. I believe everybody's just gonna throw it on the credit cards. I believe people are gonna say, is that it? It's only $399? Oh my God. Honey, did you hear that? It's only $399 to get $5,000 to $9,000 a year in savings for our family, and we're only spending $399. Can you believe this? That's what I believe. I believe that it's going to be an absolute cakewalk to get from where I am right now to be a 7-figure income earner in this industry. How about that? What if you believe that? What if you believe that every person that you talk to is going to give you 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new referrals because they're so blown away with our products. They're so blown away with the amount of value that we provide to the industry. What if you believe that? What if you believed that you've got me, you've got Larry Marcus, you've got Tom Westrick, you've got all these top income earners, Steph Perez, you've got all these top income earners to give you the support system? What if you believed that your job was only to connect with people, not pitch them, connect with them? And once you connect with them, once you find things in common with them, once you can ask them questions to identify if they're on their path of passion, are they living their passion, right? What do they really want? If money was no object, what would they be doing with their time? What's their real true driving force? If you can get a person connected to their dream over there, guess what you need to do? Pique their curiosity and get out of the way, right? That's your job. Your job is the connection. Your job is asking the questions. Your job is piquing the curiosity and getting out of the way. So don't be thinking that you've got to explain the company, explain the products. That's not this industry. And if you do that, I'm telling you this, you will fail miserably with this type of a business model, because this is a people business. This is a relationship business. This is a problem-solving business. This is connecting people to their dream business to help them to live a brand new life of freedom. So, but you got to use your team, guys. Because I'll tell you this, I've never seen anybody make this in this type of an industry as what I call a lone ranger. If you're a lone ranger, let me tell you what that is. It's called ego, right? Until you surrender your ego, until you're prepared to be coachable, until you will leverage off of your leaders to help you. Some people, do you realize they will not take help? They will not take help. Yeah, I can phone a person and say, look, I'll do your presentation, I'll do your launch call, I'll do your event, I'll do your millionaire mentoring, I'll do your mindset stuff. Darren, I'm good. But if I need you, I'll give you a shout, right? Guys, guess what? Those are all the broke people. So if you rely on your team, if you rely on the leaders of the team, if you rely on Larry Marcus, if you rely on Steph Perez, if you rely on me, if you rely on Tom Westrick, guess what's going to happen? Could it be any easier than that, right? Than just to build rapport with a person, find out about their life, find out about their pain. Are they in transition? Are they in a breaking point? You know, what's their true passion? What's their true dream? What do they really want? And get out of the way. Most people that are stuck in ego, they can't get out of their own way. That's why they don't make any money. Because they got to know it all, do it all, say it all, explain it all, and guess what? That person says, you know what, you'll do really good in this, but I'm not good in sales. Now, if you're hearing that, from people, that means that you're on the wrong path, just so you know. Because I never get that. How do I never get that? I'm not selling anything. I'm finding out about the person, their dream, what's their driving force, what's happening in their world these days. Right? If they've got 2 kids, they really want to spend time with their kids. Well, how much money would you need to be able to be with your kids full time? Right now, I've got their purpose, their passion. The conversation is all about them. Now, once you realize that, now I learned that from my mentor when I was in my mid-20s. He said, Darren, I don't want you talking about our company, and I don't want you talking about our products. Huh? How's that going to work? Well, what am I supposed to talk about, Harvey? I want you to talk about them. Spend the entire conversation talking about them. Not about your company. Not about your products. Spend the conversation talking about the other person. Build rapport. Find things in common. Find out what their dream is. What do they really want? Where do they really want to go in their life? I mean, are they living their passion? Do they love their job? Are they being overpaid at their job? Right? So somebody tells me that they're a plumber or an electrician. Oh my God, I hear that those people are like multimillionaires. Oh, Darren, no, not a chance. I mean, we're hardly making ends meet. Really? Tell me more about that. 5 words will make you rich. So, you know, what I say to people is that if you can get good at one thing, guys, forget about your business, forget about the comp plan, forget about the opportunity, focus on relationships, helping people to solve their problem. Now, if you believe, guys, that $399 is like way too much, oh my God, nobody can afford $399, really? Well, then why are they paying $7,000 in Empower Network? How are they spending $1,450 to get skincare products? Do you know that the average entry price into Nerium, I think, is $650? That people get their little, that stuff's like $100 and some a bottle, right? And they get a little 6-pack or whatever, and it's like $600, right? So you've got to look at a market comparison and the fact that we're actually under the rest of these products, guys. Right? So there's a one-time entry of $399, then it drops down to $99.95 per month. Now everybody can afford a $100 auto ship, and I can tell you this, if you've connected that person to that dream and they know that they're going to save $5,000 to $9,000 a year, who wouldn't do that? Okay, I'll tell you what, forget about the $399. You just keep on spending that $5,000 to $9,000 a year more. Like, really? Think about that. So you've got to switch the polarity on your focus. So if I said to you, okay, let's do the numbers here. Let's take $399, and okay, we'll take let's say an average of 7,500. 7,500 divided by $399 equals Okay, that's 18.8. Okay, so let me ask you this. Would you invest $100 to make $1,880? Of course you would, right? So let's just move that up now. Okay, so you're telling me that you wouldn't invest $399 to make $7,500. If you tell me no, you wouldn't find $399 to make $7,500 on an investment. You're lying. Okay, you're lying. Because everybody will. It's all about how it's positioned and postured in, first of all, your belief of the value. Do you believe that there's value? If you don't believe that you would spend $399 in an investment of whatever, right? Maybe it was a, you got some special, maybe this thing is worth $7,500, okay? This is worth $7,500. And you got it on eBay for $399, but you know that you're going to sell this for $7,500. If you're telling me that you can't come up with that $399 when you know you're going to get $7,500, you're lying. Bottom line, guys. So you've got to start to look at what the truth is. What's the reality here? First of all, you've got to understand that you're dealing with mass market here, mass market. So who are the gateways going to open up to in your mass market? Okay, because if I'm able to recruit 263 people with complete random strangers, I wonder what's different. I wonder what's different when there's no resistance at all. I wonder what's different. I wonder what's different when people have no problem getting the money. Do you know that people that tell me that they're flat broke, they don't even know where they're going to come up with their next meal, they can still come up with $154. I wonder what's different. What's different? My belief is different. My thoughts are different. My words are different. My emotions are different. What I believe to be true about my reality, oh, guess what? That's what happens. That's what happens in the reality. So you have to understand here that what you believe to be true is true. Now, am I making that up? Guess what, guys? It's laboratory proven that that's true. What you believe to be true is true. So you've got to ask yourself this. Do you believe that everybody can't afford $399? Do you believe that everybody's that's called victimhood, guys. That's called victimhood. So you've got to step into your power and step into your leader. This is a leadership business model. It's not a sales pitch business model. So if you're not prepared to step into your power and lead a team to victory and know that all the gateways will open up once you believe that to be true, once you believe that's the situation of how the reality is, guess what magically happens? That's what happens. So once you get that, guys, I'm telling you what, you can make as much money as you want. Now, what's it going to be determined by? Your deservability, your worthiness, your self-love, and your boundaries. Those four things. Do you feel worthy of abundance? Do you feel worthy of money coming into you? Do you feel worthy of getting a brand new Mercedes or a Porsche or a BMW? Do you feel worthy of getting that new house? Do you feel worthy of having a massive amount of influx of calls? Maybe you don't feel deserving of it. Maybe you don't love yourself. I don't know, right? You've got to ask yourself these questions. What are you prepared to do? Is your pain enough that you're going to take massive action? Is your pain enough that you're going to do what I do and do 25 to 75 contacts every day? Are you prepared to break through inertia? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how bad you want it. All I know is that that's where I'm going. Who's coming with me? That's the way that I think about my reality. So people are either getting on the train or they're getting out of the way, one of the two. So you got to make a decision. Are you on the train? Are you prepared to take massive action? Do you even know what you want? Somebody says, I want a BMW. Really? What kind? What color is it? What color is the interior? Does it have oversized rims? What's the down payment? What's your monthly lease payment? Darren, I want to get a new house. Really? You want a house, townhouse, condo, apartment? What's your down payment? What's your monthly mortgage payment? Oh, I don't really know. Oh, right, guys, you got to snap out of that. That's called victimhood. So you either want to decide that you're going to be a successful entrepreneur, or, oh, just keep your day job because entrepreneurialism's not for you. Oh, it's never going to work. Oh, everybody's broke. Everybody says no to me. Oh, what am I going to do? Right. Anyway, guys, hopefully that's a little bit, of understanding what I do. That's just my regular day, guys. Like, that's really just what I do on the daily basis.
Thank you so much, Darren, and that is awesome. So, guys, listen, just to recap, the main points that you've got to proclaim, you've got to affirm, you've got to change your mindset, and you got to understand that we are in a people business, building relationships, connecting, helping people see their dreams just like they say they want to, just as Darren has said. One of the best analogies I love hearing is that you have got to take ownership over your future. We always ask that question, how many people rent a car and then take it through the car wash before they send it back? Not many, because they don't own it. But you take ownership over your business, and sky's the limit. Darren, I just want to thank you so much again. As he said, he's always available, and I'm always going to ask you. I don't care how big I get. I'm always going to ask Darren, hey, what do you think? Am I doing the right thing? He's going to tell me up front whether it's the right thing, the wrong thing, and what the best thing is. So I just thank you again, Darren, for your time and just for your leadership.
Absolutely happy to help, and congratulations on your success. And I look forward to seeing great things ahead.
Thank you so much.
Okay, take care.
Thanks. Bye-bye.